All right, so in this video, I'm going to show you how to get your indicator, how to set it up, all right, step by step. Now, when you are looking at this video, you have a PDF file underneath this video. So, okay, to get all the information about the indicator, which is the password and the website, you click on indicator PDF and you can download it, okay? So you click on the download right here. You either go right here, click on this, and you download the file. Okay, and once you open the file, you will see this. Okay, I want you to click this link right here. When you click that link, all right, you're gonna see this page right here. So you go down here, all right, and you can read this right here. Okay, and then you scroll all the way down and you click add to favorite indicators. Now, when you add that, you are not going to get your indicator right away. Now you're going to go back to your screen, your platform, okay, TradingView, and you are going to go to FX, which is indicators. And if it's not clicked on favorites, let's say it's on public library, you go to favorites, okay, and you're going to see the indicator right here. Now you could double tap this, and when you double tap it, or this one, it's one click or double click, okay, you're gonna see it right here on the side, and you're gonna open up the indicator, but it's not going to, show up. The reason why is because I have to put you in the system, okay, and make sure that it's you that's using the indicator. So this indicator is invite only. All right, so what I want you to do is I want you to email me or write me via Discord. Now, it's best to contact me and write me, via Discord, private message me, okay? I'll probably respond much quicker. So when you do that, please, guys, I'm begging you, please, all right, supply me with your email address, the email address that you use to sign up for the course, right? And also let me know your TradingView username, okay? If you don't know where your TradingView username is at, go to your TradingView profile and you will see your username, right? So don't say, hey, man, I just bought your course. Can you hook up the indicator? No, please. Please, when you write me, let me know your email and your TradingView username, okay? And also, I want you guys to be very patient when it comes to your indicator. It might take up to 48 hours for me to add you and have everything up and running, because I have a lot of students and you're not the only one. So I want you guys to be very patient, and in the meantime, you can go through the course, okay, look at the course, look at the videos, because the indicator is not going to work anyway if you don't know how to trade. All right, so make sure you go through the course while you wait, and for the most part, it's not going to take 48 hours. It usually take less than 24 hours, okay? Usually, sometimes you get it the same day. It's just that some days it might be busy or it might be the weekend. All right, so guys, please be patient. Please wait up to 48 hours. By that time, your indicator should be working, right? Now, when you hook up your indicator, guys, refresh your page, all right? And then add the indicator. And when you add the indicator, I want you to erase the password, whatever password. Usually you're going to see some little dots. Erase those dots and copy and paste your password. Don't type it in. I want you to copy and paste it and press OK, right? So let's go to the next thing you have to do when it comes to this indicator. Now, once you are all set up, you go back to the indicator and you click on this gear icon. It's settings, okay? You click on that. Now, you have to put in the password. Again, the PDF file is underneath this video. If you have any problems, contact me, right? So let's put in the password. Okay, so we're gonna put our passcode in, all right, and you press OK. Right now, you've noticed nothing is showing up right here. So when we press OK, that's gonna basically give us the right to use this indicator. Now, when it comes to this indicator, please, I repeat, please do not share this passcode, because if you do, I will know. And once I find out, I will turn off your indicator. So please, please do not share this. Okay, I do not want your indicator to basically be turned off just because you violated the rules. So keep this safe. Like I said, if you have any problems, you can contact me. All right. Now, let me show you how to use the indicator. Let's go back to settings. Now, let's talk about the strength of these demand zones. The higher the number goes, okay, the less zones you are going to see on your chart. The lower the number is, the more zones you will see on your chart. Okay, so we go to settings, and default you're going to see 10 and 20. Okay, now when it comes to day trading, you only need 150 through 300. So that's the sweet spot. 150, 200, or 300. Okay, you can start with 150. Okay, now 150 is going to give you more zones, and some days you probably need that. But pre-market, before the market open, you probably don't need that many zones, because notice how we have the market chopping up a little bit. So you can probably increase it, and you could put 300. So let me show you right here. We'll put 300, and you're gonna see some of the zones disappear. Watch. Okay, this is pre-market right here. So see how some of the zones disappear, and this is how you get rid of some choppy action, and you have less zones, and you just have the important zones during the pre-market. Now, when the market is moving pretty good, you can actually always increase your zones. Okay, especially when the market is open. So you can have it at 200, or you can have it at 150. Now for Forex, when you're day trading, you can start with 150, like always. Start with 150, okay? And then you can always increase the number. So I think 150 is a good number for Forex. All right. So we have some demand zones right here, some demand zone right here. Okay, see the market reacting to this zone right here. Basically 150 I believe is a good start for the Forex market. All right, and then like I said before, you can always increase the numbers if you feel like, okay, this is too many zones, let me increase the numbers. Okay, you can always increase the numbers, so don't be shy about that. And also, you want to look at the zone. So if it's showing you a zone and you feel like it's giving too many zones, the zones that don't look too healthy, you don't have to take those zones. Okay, we want these nice pops, or multiple candles. Right here we have 4 candles in a row. That's pretty good. You only need 2 candles anyway for a decent supply and demand for day trading. Okay, as long as you see a nice little pop, you're good. Now for swing trading, guys, you can actually and let me just go to the settings real quick, because we're dealing with the top, right? The 2. The bottom you really don't have to mess with when it comes to day trading. You could if you want to, but it's basically 4 candles. For the most part, when I was messing with this, I didn't really have to mess with the 4 candles when it comes to day trading. But if you feel like you could, or you want to, you could. But I leave that more for swing trading. So let's say that you're swing trading. So let's go to the 1 hour chart. So for swing trading, if you want less zones, 250 and 200 is pretty good. Okay, so 200 and 250 is pretty good if you want less zones for swing trading. You don't want that many zones to show up. Okay, 250 is good. And another thing I want to talk about is, don't be afraid to experiment with these zones. Okay, if you want to increase the strength, you could go even higher than 200 or 300. Okay, especially if you're swing trading and you don't want too many zones. Let's say you just want to go, let's say you want to use 500. All right, and you can bump the 4 candles up too. Let's say you want to go to 400, and let's press OK, and you see how all those zones, it was zones right here, and they disappear. So now you just have one right here, you have one right here. So I just don't want you guys to just listen to me, because at the end of the day, you are the one that's basically trading the chart. So experiment experiment with the numbers. Okay, I'm just giving you guys a general number to work with first, and if that works for you, fine, use it. But even if you are day trading and you want to bump up the numbers, you can play with you can go up to start with 300, 400, 500, and you go from there. Okay, but usually if you're day trading, you're going to start with maybe 150 all the way up to 200 or 250, and then if you need to bump it up to 300, 400, even 500, you can do that. Okay, even if you want to bump up the 4 candles too. So again, don't be afraid to bump up the numbers to see what fits you the best. Okay. Again, this indicator is for spotting, zones. If you see zones on your own without the indicator, guess what? You could take those too. Okay, the indicator is going to help you spot zones that you probably say, okay, wow, I didn't know that was a zone. And then the indicator is going to help you get used to spotting zones. So even though you don't see the indicator showing you a zone, you can still take the trade. Okay. And when you're trading these zones, you have to still use common sense. This is the indicator, okay? And even though it's showing you supply and demand zones, you still have to use common sense, and also you still have to use price action. So just because it's showing you a zone doesn't mean, okay, oh, I'm going to take this zone. No, you have to use common sense. Doesn't make sense to take this zone right now, okay? Are we in a reversal zone, or are we at resistance, support, whatever the case is? Should I even take this zone? Whatever the case is, guys, make sure you use common sense. All right, so let's go to the next thing I want to talk about. So let's show you how to change the colors. Actually, let's go to the label. So you can actually turn off demand or supply. So let's say we turn off supply right here. The market is going up, so we don't need supply. So we're just looking for demand zones. Okay. Or we can actually turn on supply too. You can actually show the label, or you can actually turn the label off. Okay, so now notice how we don't have the demand zone showing up. Okay, the letter D. So you can turn that off, right? Also, you can change the amount of bars that you want to have color. So let's say that you want 4 bars right here. Notice how this demand zone giving you 4 blue colors. Okay, so some people might like that. Okay, so the maximum is 4. So if you see a big move like this, okay, you know that that's a nice strong move. Also, what you can do, because right now we have the demands. Okay, so let me actually turn off the label and turn off supply. So right now we have the demand zone, right, with 1 candle, the first candle that started the whole demand move. Now, usually how I draw my supply and demand, you can draw it so many ways. Notice how we have this swing high right here. So let me show you. We have this. You see this right here. Okay. So when I see something like that, I usually put my demand zone on top of this little swing high right here. So let me erase this, and I'll put my demand zone right here. So anytime I see a tiny swing high like that, I'll put my box right there. Right. Or you can put your box right, where the move started, right at that candle. Okay, either or. A lot of times, it will come to the candle. A lot of times it just comes to this little swing high right here. All right. So keep that in mind. Make sure that you cover the little swing highs and little swing lows. Make sure you cover those when you're drawing your supply and demand. Also, if you see a demand area right here and the market pushed up a lot, okay, remember these swing highs right here. Okay, a lot of times the market will come back to these swing highs. So again, we have demand right here. You can put your box something like this. Okay, and you have, the market can either come here and bounce off, or it can go right back to the first candle that started to move. So also remember that too, especially if you have a nice push like this. And also with this indicator, you can have multiple bars, with color. So you can go 4, the maximum. So notice how this demand zone, we have 4 bars that's painted right here. All right. and you can do that if you want to. Or you could just say, you know what, I want 2 bars or I want just 1 bar. Me personally, I just keep it to 1. Okay, that's all I need. Alright, so another thing you can do is basically change the colors. Okay guys, so here's how you change the colors on the supply and demand. The first row and the third row, okay, controls the colors. So the first row controls the 2 candles and the third row controls the 4 candles. So let's say that we want to change the demand color to yellow. Okay, we do that yellow, and then we go to the third row, which is right here, and we go change this yellow. Okay, so notice how we have yellow all around. Okay, now let's say we want to change supply. We go to here, and let's say we want to make it orange. So we make that orange right here, and then we go to the next one and we make this one orange. Okay, notice how supply is orange. So you can change it what color you want. Now if you want to change the position of the labels right here on the demand side, because demand is up, demand should be down, we are going to go to shapes, the first one. Okay, and we are going to put this below the bar. Okay, and then we're going to go to the third one, and then we're going to put it below the bar. So notice how we have all the demand, okay, letters below the bar and supply above the bar. Okay, and if you want to change supply, you do it the same thing. So if you want to change supply, it would be right here. So you would put this, let's say we put this below on this right here, you put this below right here, you will see supply is underneath. Okay, now we can just put this above the bar and put this above the bar right here. And also you can change the colors right there. Okay, and also you can change the color of the supply and demand labels. The first one is demand, the second one is supply. So let's say we want to change this color. So let's say we want to change to yellow. Notice how we have demand is turned to yellow. Okay, let's say that we want to change supply to I don't know, orange. You see it's orange. Okay, so that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, you can contact me, but have fun with this. Also, you should know by now, when you trade supply and demand, you wait for the market to come into the supply or demand zone, and you wait for some type of confirmation. You don't want to just trade a zone just because it's there. All right, you wait for some type of confirmation, and then you go from there. Okay, now if you're trading and a zone doesn't pop up and you know it's a zone, well, you manually put that zone in. Don't just say, okay, the indicator is not detecting that's a zone, okay, and I'm not going to trade it just because the indicator. No, if you see a zone, okay, you go with your judgment and basically put in the zone yourself. All right, and you can always play with the numbers later. Okay, so like I said before in the beginning, you can play with the the zone strength. You can see, okay, I want more zones, whatever the case is. So, okay, but if you're trading and you don't have time to put in the numbers and you see a zone, just put it in manually, okay? But overall, the indicator does a great job detecting these supply and demand zones. Okay, guys, now we are here at the chart and we're going to go to settings. Right now is at the default settings. So we're day trading right now, so we can step it up to 200. Again, guys, when you're day trading, you can adjust it. If it's giving you too many zones, you can usually the sweet spot is around 150 all the way to like 300. So you can increase it by 50. So you could go 150, 200, 250, 300. Usually 300 is the max when it comes to day trading. Now, if you want to increase the 4 candles, I usually don't. But if you want to increase the 4 candles, when it comes to day trading, you can do that too on the bottom just to see if it fits your style. But overall, I think for the most part, you can keep it at 20. But like I said, you can play with it and see if it fits your style. You can same numbers, 150, 200, 300. Now, when you're swing trading, you can bring this baby all the way to like 500 because if you don't want if you want less zones, that's okay. 500 even to 700, okay? And you can definitely mess with the bottom too. So you can up it up to 700. You can up the bottom up to 300 or even 500. So this is, if you're swing trading, if you want less zones, you can do that. Okay. So let's go to the indicator. Basically, is straight to the point. Again, these are not signals. It's just confirmations that will help you get in the market. If you see price at a key level and it gives you a confirmation, okay, that's a good indication that market will go up. So when you trade this, guys, don't trade every single confirmation that you see on the chart, okay? And I'm gonna show you guys, a trade in a second, but overall, it's the same thing, guys. If you want to only go long, right now the market's going up, so we can just only go long, uncheck the short. All right. Same thing with supply and demand. You can uncheck supply. Okay. Let's bring this back to 200, and we're gonna bring this back to 20. You go to style, and you can adjust the colors right here. All right, and also you can actually adjust the colors with the long and shorts. So long is for buys, and short is for sells. Okay. Again, if you didn't look at the first video showing you how to set up the indicator, make sure you look at that video first. I'm just going over this real quick so you guys can get everything up and running, because most of you guys know how to use the indicator already. Right here we have demand. So what we can do, demand is the first bar and the second one. So right now, default, right, it usually go above. So what you can do, if you want demand to show below, you go below. And the next one, the third one, is demand too. Okay, so the first one and the third one is demand. The second one and the fourth one is supply. All right, so everything is set up. Let's press OK. Okay, also remember the indicator, everything, password, all that stuff you got in the old PDF, everything's the same. Okay, press OK. Okay, so this indicator works better on a higher time frame. And all indicators, I don't care what indicator you use, they work better, on higher time frames. But if you trade in the 5 minute, you can still use it on the 5 minutes. So I would say anything 5 minute and above, you can use it. But like I said before, at key levels. So we have a demand level right here. Notice how we have a blue candle. You wait for price to come back to that level, right? And then you wait for price to basically go and give you a signal. Okay, you wait for the candle to close, and then you wait for price to give you your profits. Okay, so right here, right, we don't want to go short anywhere around here because it's not a key level. Okay, but we do have a supply right here. Okay, so what we have, we take our rectangle, draw it right here, you wait for a signal. You see how we have a short signal right here, and then you wait for a price to basically, you wait for the candle to close, and then you can go, as soon as the candle closes, you can go short below the candle. You can put your stop loss probably either below, probably above the swing high or above the candle. It's probably best to do it above the swing high. Okay, especially if the stop loss is not that big, you can put it below. Above the swing high right here, and you wait for your profits. Okay, we have another example right here. We have supply. You can tell by this candle right here. Actually, let me turn on the label because the label is actually not on. So let's turn on the label. Here we go. So the S is for supply. So let's draw that out, and we're waiting for a price to come back. This is the short signal right here. You go short, you can actually put your stop loss, this candle right here, and you look for your profits. Here's another short right here. We have a supply right here, and basically it gives you a short signal right here. You can wait for it to close below. Okay, you can either put your stop loss above this supply zone. Okay, that's probably the safest thing to do, and you wait for price to go down. We have another one right here, supply right here. And basically, same thing. You wait for price to come back to this level. A short signal right here. You can actually, as soon as price goes below the candle, you can put your stop loss either above the zone, okay, and wait for your profits. So, again, this is very good for a trending market and ranging markets, and it's good on the higher time frames, right? So just practice and get used to it. But The main thing I want you guys to know is at the end of the day, I want you guys to become good traders and not rely on the indicator. Okay. So guys, this is the indicator. If you have any questions, you can email me. But basically, it's straight to the point. Test it out, back test it. Also, and this indicator doesn't repaint. Wait for the price to close, okay? And then you go from there. Again, if you have any questions, let me know. You can also use this strategy, with anything else. Again, you can turn off demand or supply. This indicator doesn't only work with just supply and demand, okay? You can use it with support and resistance. So notice how we have resistance right here, this line right here, and notice how price went to this resistance right here, give you this short confirmation, right? And then went up to the resistance again, gave you another short confirmation. So again, this is only when we are at key levels. You don't want to take right here, this is not a key level, so you don't want to take any shorts right here. You want to go to a key level, right? So keep that in mind. Now, if you see a level, okay, or demand or supply level, and the indicator is not showing it, you draw it in yourself, okay? This is why you have to basically understand price action. Don't get in just because you see a signal. Now, before you use this indicator, guys, please go over the course, because it's not going to, you as a trader right now, probably, especially if you're new, probably don't know how to trade the market. So look at the price action video course first, and then apply this indicator, back test it. Remember, the course is to show you guys how to trade like a pro. All right, so if you know that, okay, this is a good price area, and I see a reason to get in right now, but the indicator is not showing you to get in right now, guess what? You can get in before the indicator, okay? Now, at first, if you want to only look at the indicator, then go ahead, okay? Because I know some of you guys are beginners. But I'm just saying that, once you get used to everything and you see something way before the indicator, okay? Because I want you guys to, at the end of the day, become a monster and, not rely on any indicator, okay? This is just to help you get your feet wet. But I want you to understand, if you see a setup before the indicator, okay, shows you a setup, don't be afraid to take the trade, okay? So overall, if you don't want to use the confirmations, you don't have to, right? This is why this indicator is very good. It allows you to turn off and on the confirmations. So that's about it, guys. If you have any questions, it's best to contact me via Discord room, private message, right? Or you can email me. Talk to you guys later, and have a